Hi, thank you for listening to the If You Market podcast. This is the MarTech Spotlight Edition. I'm your host, Sky Cassidy, and today we'll be reviewing Sigstr's email signature messaging tool. I've got Brad Bueller and Ben Bradstatter. I'll give you a chance to say your last name properly in just a second, of Sigstr here with us. Brad, what can you tell us about Sigstr? And I guess first I should let you guys fix your names and make sure I got that tag for Sigstr, email signature messaging tool, correct?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, Brad here. I'm the director of marketing at Sigstr. Brad Butler. There's an extra E in there, so that messes people up sometimes. We have Ben here as well.
Hey guys, I'm Ben Bradstatter. I'm an account executive here at Sigstr.
And Sky, we're super excited to be with you today. Thank you so much for the opportunity. And Ben and I are really here to share more about employee email as a marketing channel, ad channel, a new channel for ABM, whatever it may be. But we're really here to share more about the power and significance of employee email, why you should pay attention to it, and how Sigstr can help.
Excellent. And just for everybody listening, the goal here is for us to quickly kind of get through what your product does, do a quick demo of the product. I'll have some questions, I'm sure, along the way, and give everyone listening and watching a good idea of what Sigstr does, why they should or shouldn't be using Sigstr, who should be using it, all that kind of great stuff. So let's jump straight into it. I guess to start with, can you give us a quick background on Sigstr, where you guys come from, and then go straight into a pitch, I guess I'd say, of what it is you guys do and why people should use it.
Yeah, you got it. So Sigstr is a software as a service platform. We're based here in Indianapolis, Indiana. We've been around since August of 2015 is when we publicly launched, so about 2.5 years ago. And really, we rally around the tagline you see here, which is do more with employee email. So every day we're helping our customers unlock this channel and use Sigstr and email signature marketing as a way to promote their most important marketing initiatives. So, just north of 400 customers now. We've seen some great growth, and we're excited about our next chapter, which you'll hear more about here in a month. So that's where we're at today. But really, as we educate our customers and prospects on Sigstr and email signature marketing, we start with the significance of employee email as a channel, which is where I'll start today. So would you believe if I told you that on average a U.S. Worker spends 6.5 hours in their inbox every single day? It's crazy.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, right? It's crazy when you first think about that, but then you really think about your schedule and what you're doing every day, and then, the next reaction is, okay, yeah, that sounds about right. So we're living in our inboxes every day, right? For some, it's the first thing you check in the morning after you wake up, and it's the last thing you check before you fall asleep. And really what we try to tell our prospects and customers is the mass volume of email that, what email represents as a channel. So if you think about daily interactions, sent messages, received messages, it doesn't even compare. Email doesn't even compare to all of the other channels and platforms that you're dealing with, right? Google, Slack, Facebook, whatever it may be. In terms of daily interactions, email is up above and beyond what you may be using with your other platforms. So 1, 6.5 hours a day, you have their attention. And 2, with the mass amount of interactions you see on a daily basis, the volume is there. So really where we try to help marketers in a common pain point and problem we see with marketing teams all over is they're just trying to reach their audience. And right now they're using all these different channels. As a marketer myself, I can relate to this, right? We're constantly experimenting with e-blasts and brand awareness and live and digital events with the end goal of I want to place my brand in front of the right people, right? I want to make sure the people I'm trying to reach know and are aware of my company. And what we're seeing across all these marketing teams is 1, it's either not working and they're frustrated by that, or 2, they don't know if it's working. So really what we rally around is educating our audience that they can use their employees to get the right message to the right people.
Right, and I've spoke with a lot of people who say, and I've read it in books. It's kind of everywhere. I think it's kind of common knowledge that your sales team is your number one branding mechanism. It's your number one marketing team also. They're constantly in front of your audience.
They are so true, right? They are interacting, and I would say, your sales and marketing teams, that they are interacting with your most important contacts and prospects every day, all through email.
Yep. So also I want to jump back to, again, just for everybody listening, to hit on kind of the main function. I'm sure you guys have a lot of things your product does, but the main function that I'm familiar with, so people have a starting point there, is the putting a message into the signature line of every employee in your company.
Yeah, you got it, Sky. And that's really where this slide leads into. So if you think about how many emails your employees send every year, we really encourage our customers and prospects to run through this exercise. And one customer in particular did this exercise and realized that their employees send 8 million emails a month, which equals 96 million emails a year. So, if you think about that volume and you think about what do each of these emails include, well, they include the employee email signature. So you transition from thinking about 96 million emails a year to 96 million marketing opportunities that you may be missing out on. So employee email, that's the channel that represents just the opportunity to engage your most important audience. But to do that is all through what we call email signature marketing. So we sort of spell that out here. Sigstr focuses on two components of the employee email signature. So the branded signature. So we solve a branding pain point. Marketers or brand teams, they inherit the problem of standardizing company-wide email signature. So we make it very easy for them to make sure every employee's email signature is on brand and consistent across the whole company. The second part, and what we're really focusing on today, is what we call dynamic campaigns. These are banners that will populate or update based on the sender and the recipient of every email. And by the marketer having control over this, they are able to promote their most important initiatives with every employee email sent.
Oh, so that's something new. I was only aware of the kind of the banner, adding the banner to the signature, but this is a new thing I haven't seen, I think. That's great. So the very simple product is marketing can add a banner to the signature of every outgoing email. They can take just one branded banner and make it whatever they want. It can be the logo and a tagline. It can be that month's special, whatever they want to put in every signature, just to make sure marketing has a touch on all of those.
Yeah, you got it. And when you really start thinking about the campaign component, it becomes more than email signature marketing. It sort of becomes like a new ad channel that you have. Just like if you were to launch your display ads or retargeting ads, these are ads placed in the email signature with a channel that some would argue is much more effective than paid advertising.
Right. A new product that you want to make sure all your salespeople are putting in front of everybody. Marketing can put it in front of everybody, that kind of thing.
Yeah, you got it. I mean, you see the dimensions here. It's a relatively small piece of digital real estate that you're working with. But when you think about all the ways you can use it, actually just last year we ran a report and we came up with 29 different ways our customers are using email signature marketing to promote, whatever you can think of, right? Product announcements, webinars, you name it.
Excellent. Let's. I want to jump forward here through kind of some of the questions I have. If there was one problem you could pick that you think this solves, what would you say? What problem are you solving here for people?
Yeah, if you think about a problem or a pain point, and this is really amazing to see, a lot of our customers start using Sigstr to solve the pain point that, hey, well, across my company, we have inconsistent email signatures, and we realize with every email sent, that is a brand impression. And unfortunately, for some companies, it's a negative brand impression. So really the first step is standardizing the email signature so everyone is on brand and consistent. It becomes a positive brand impression, which then you see, okay, it turns what started as solving as a pain point quickly turns into a massive, marketing opportunity and gold mine that they start using for, their most important initiatives.
Something that just popped to mind for me. So let's say people have a conversation back and forth and the signature is added or the image is added to every signature. Do those images stack up in the email chain? Is there something to keep them from is there any issue, I guess I'd say, with them stacking up, or is there something that handles that along the way?
Yeah, that's a great question, Sky. And really, a lot of that comes down to the personal settings of your inbox. So for example, in Gmail, there's a little box that you check in terms of your preferences that keeps the signature in line with every single email that's sent, so they don't all then stack up at the bottom of the email chain. So that every single email you send, that signature will appear, that banner will appear, and it'll be kind of case by case for each email sent.
Right, right. Excellent. All right. Moving forward, I know you guys have some stuff you want to present. I got a couple more general questions that I'd normally ask. Requirements. Is there any specific requirements for what people are running, whether it's Office, any type of email platform in order to use this?
Yeah, that's another great question. I mean, email clients, there's so many, varying, with typically Gmail and Outlook being the biggest ones. We integrate with both. And have a variety of different deployment methods that can cover not just Gmail and Outlook, but as well Apple Mail, Thunderbird. I mean, there's so many to list off. And that's part of our process, is making sure that we partner with IT teams to understand what your email environment is, because it is such a big part of the process.
You probably got 95% of people just with email, Gmail and Outlook there. What about marketing automation, those kind of things?
Yeah, we integrate with a variety of marketing automation tools in a variety of ways as well. The three big ones, though, are we've got some great native integrations with Salesforce, Marketo, and HubSpot, where you can really start to get granular in how you can target banners. And I know Brad has got some great examples here of the different features and functionality that really allow you to start to target.
Great. Let's move forward with those then. I just want to make sure, I think you probably got almost 100% of people listening covered then.
That's the hope.
That's right. Yeah. So Sky, quickly we'll just cover, the different targeting capabilities that you're able to deliver with email signature marketing. So the first one, the very left here, if our VP of Marketing, Justin Keller, if you were to send an email to Scott, who isn't a part of any specific recipient list, a campaign like this would populate. This being, it's promoting our a new newsletter that we just launched, and we're trying to grow our subscriber list. So because Justin is a part of the leadership group, we can assign this specific newsletter banner to the leadership group. So based on what team or department you're on, we know which banner you're promoting. So all while Justin is promoting the newsletter here, the marketing team can promote the upcoming webinar. All while the sales team promotes, the new ebook. So simultaneously, you're promoting different initiatives based on who the sender is. Mm-hmm. Because Sigstr is able to understand not only the sender, but also the recipient of the email, you can also do things like promoting an internal message. So if Justin were to email a coworker, Kelly here, an internal banner would promote, HR or some sort of initiative from your communications or HR team. So in this example, you see, get to know our newest Sigstr. So our new employees that just joined the team, they would click on this banner and be led to a page that provides a little more information about our new employees. If you think about internal or HR use cases, it could be anything from open enrollment to upcoming company events to awards or employee recognition, you name it. Whatever you might see in that typical all at email from your HR director, which, maybe half of employees maybe read. Instead, this is something you could subtly promote in every email sent from one coworker to another.
Excellent. Okay.
The third type we want to highlight here is what we call account-based marketing. So again, because we're able to recognize the recipient of the email, based on your recipient list, so in this example, we have a sports industry recipient list. Because Justin is emailing someone on the Celtics and because they are on this targeted recipient list, the banner will automatically update to our Pacers case study. So now you can think about, every time an employee sends an email to someone on a designated list that I have set up, I know that relevant content is being promoted in every email sent to them.
Nice.
So I quickly just wanted to talk through a few customer examples. Our customers are seeing some amazing results from email signature marketing. We'll start with Kforce here. Prime example, we talked about the exercise of calculating how many emails your employees send every year. Kforce did that exercise and realized it was 96 million. So what quickly started as a missed marketing opportunity, and less than a year later turned into over 40,000 clicks. And these are clicks to their website, blog posts, job boards, you name it. Kforce is a big recruitment and staffing agency, so recruitment is very important to them, which is what you see in this first campaign right here. They have over 3,000 users, 28 total campaigns launched so far, so they've been a really great customer and have seen some amazing results in less than a year. The second campaign you see here is a blog post. They promoted that in their email signatures, and it drove over 3,000 views to just this particular blog post. And lastly here, they're huge on philanthropy. So Hurricane Irma really hit home for them because they're based out of Tampa, Florida. They use email signature marketing to promote that and really share more about their cause to help with hurricane relief. Just from Sigstr alone, they were able to drive thousands of additional dollars to hurricane relief just by asking for a donation in every email sent.
Nice.
Secondly, here we want to shift more towards a healthcare example. So Net Health, not only are they using Sigstr for external messages, but also internal. Net Health is a great company, and they're extended across 4 different companies, or I should say offices, across their whole company. So employees in a lot of different locations. They were looking for a way to really unify their company culture, and they're using Sigstr to do that. So at first, you'll see an external campaign here promoting support patient safety. The second one is a campaign about a video that I believe drove 4,000 views to that video off through this banner. But lastly, that their internal newsletter. So they use Sigstr to really promote and rally this newsletter, get content from all employees, make sure all employees are involved. So really they get to know each other and feel more unified as one team.
Excellent. I want to make sure that we get to and can spend a little bit of time on pricing model. So how do you guys charge for this? Kind of what's the pricing model? What are the different options people have?
Yeah, that's a great question and obviously an important part of the process. Our pricing is broken down in 2 ways. One are the services that we offer our customers in terms of helping them get up and running implementation, as well as ongoing consultation with design. We've got an in-house design team that's awesome and helps our customers in a multitude of ways, as well as a dedicated customer success team who's works hand in hand with our customers to make sure that they're getting the absolute most out of the platform possible. And then you get into the feature and functionality aspect of it. So there's a few different packages based on the features and functionality that kind of Brad walked through. So it's a big piece to us to make sure that we're getting our customers everything that they're going to use and make sure that they're not paying for stuff that they're not going to use ultimately. And then as well, what goes into that is that kind of the number of users. So the number of individuals at a company that will have a Sigstr signature. So that plays a big part as well. So a lot of our pricing is customized to each company because those number of users changes, that package that makes sense for each customer changes as well.
Right. So it's kind of a by seat cost. And then do you have different tiers by seat? Is that monthly by seat, annually by seat?
Yeah, so all of our contracts are annual contracts, and as well, like I said, with each tier in terms of the feature and functionality, you can go up. That cost per user would increase as well with that increase in feature and functionality. And again, that's part of that process for us where we really want to make sure we have a conversation around what that is with our prospects and customers to make sure that we're finding something that's mutually beneficial for both parties.
Right. So is that customized when they talk to you, or do you have a page on your site where people can go and see kind of the general pricing?
They can go and see the general packaging, but with, like I said, with the number of users and the differentiation in terms of the features and functionality, it's hard to kind of give, quotes for what exactly that might be off the top.
We'll put a link to that on the show notes for anybody as well that wants to see, again, the general, and then for more specifics, come straight to you guys.
Definitely.
Okay. Any sort of free trial offered on this where people can test drive it, anything like that?
Yeah, we don't offer any free trials right now. Just with the implementation and email, it's hard to kind of get that trial going. So with all of our customers, no one's on a free trial currently.
Okay.
Cool.
Great question.
I was just going to say, now that you have a good sense for the channel of employee email and what email signature is all about and some of the cool things our customers are doing, I thought I'd hand it over to Ben and we could dive right into our own account and you could see how Sigstr uses Sigstr.
Yeah. Show me we consider this a demo, basically seeing it in action.
Yeah. And really, I think the place I always like to start is in the inbox because we're starting to think about who's using it. It's your sales team, it's your marketing team, it's your customer success team. It's those people who are doing constant outreach every day. So
Yep.
what are they going to be seeing when they're in their inbox?
And
So
you're
when
using it in Gmail, it looks like here, right?
Yeah, we're a Gmail shop. So this is how it would appear in Gmail. Outlook, obviously a little bit different, but for the vast majority of things appears the same way. So, and this is Brad's inbox. So when I pull up Brad's email, I can see exactly what the signature is. We can see that Brad, being in the marketing group, this is his sender-based campaign. He's promoting our new resource hub, which is highlighting all the great content that he's pushing out on a constant basis, which is really cool. But this is a sender-based. So, when I'm sending out emails every day, or Brad's sending out emails every day, he knows that he's going to be promoting this. But as he goes through his day, he's going to send an email to me. And as he does that, we'll see exactly what happens there. And like he mentioned earlier, we're going through and sending out emails to targeted accounts, like he mentioned NBA basketball team. So, this email is being sent to heat.com, which is on a targeted list for us. So as I go into my sent box, as I look at now this internal email that he sent, you'll see that the banner's changed from his sender-based campaign to this internal campaign.
Right.
Highlighting our newest recent hires. So again, I, as a sales guy, I don't have to think about what banner is going to show. I know that marketing's putting me in a position to be successful and promote the most meaningful content. Same here with the...
Can sales remove it before they send an email?
Yeah. So, and that's the nice thing of having it here in Compose. I could go through and delete that banner if I wanted to. But the next time I pull it up, it's going to be there again.
Right. Okay, excellent. And then it's showing this banner, then when they send, it can be a different banner. Would sales know what banner is going to send necessarily ahead of time, or are they going to see that after the send?
They'll definitely see it after the send, and that's the great thing about this, is it allows marketing to really communicate exactly, who are those targeted accounts. We find that customers that have the most success are ones that find a great way for that sales and marketing alignment to communicate who those targeted accounts are, that marketing knows then who they should be targeting banners with in the platform.
All right, excellent.
Yeah, and so then, seeing what it looks like in the inbox, now it's thinking about on the back end, all right, what is a marketer going to see on a daily basis once they get into the platform? And so this is our Sigstr account, like Brad mentioned. So with him looking over my shoulder, I'm going to make sure I don't mess up our account. Thinking high level in terms of navigating, here on the left is your navigation. So dashboard with high-level analytics of all your active campaigns. Signatures is where that company's signature would be housed and live. And the great thing about, Sigstr is we'll build that for you. So we're going to help you build your first signature. So really, as a marketer, you're not spending a lot of time here, because once you oftentimes have that signature set, you're not making a lot of adjustments. Campaigns tab, we'll definitely highlight here in a second. The employees tab simply houses all of your employee information. So that business card aspect, right? First name, last name, email, that would populate the signature. And then the recipients tab simply houses those recipient lists, right? Those targeted lists that you're pulling from Marketo or HubSpot, or those Salesforce campaigns that you're tying the banners to.
All right. So on a very simple level, if somebody wanted to, they could get a package with you guys, come in here, create one banner that shows up on every outgoing email, connect it to their email client, and say go, and that that message, whatever it is, if they have an upcoming webinar or something like that, would just be attached to every outgoing email for all those users.
Yeah, when you boil it down to its most basic terms, that's spot on.
Then they can build up from there and add different banners, different things, marketing automation, all that kind of stuff. Yep. Okay, I see some other stuff here. You've got number of views. You got some stats there. Clicks, click rate percentage.
Oh yeah, analytics are always important, especially to a marketing team. They want to have insight into how it's working, what's having success. So as we look, you can already see a breakdown of the campaigns. You can see thumbnails of how they appear, sender based, versus ABM, easily seen, and then like you highlighted, some statistics already of views. So how many times has that campaign been viewed or opened? The clicks, and then as well the click-through rate. So then thinking about clicks divided by the amount of views.
How far down does this drill? Can you look and see for individual senders what the rates are versus all senders together?
Yeah, that's another great question, and there are a variety of ways to slice the pie there. So as I click into one specific campaign, you can drill down into time-based ones. So over the lifetime of this campaign, how has it performed? So, this campaign ran for about a month, 21,000 views, 255 clicks. We can see recipient level analytics. So again, the ability to know who is viewing, who is clicking. So here we can see that Lisa, she's viewed this banner 3 times. She's clicked on it 4 times. As well, going along with that, we've got a great feature called rep click notifications where, if I sent this email to Lisa and she clicked on my banner, I would get an instantaneous email into my inbox telling me, hey, Ben, Lisa clicked on this banner at this time. She's looking at this specific piece of content. So as a sales rep, I know who my most engaged customers and prospects are so that I know how best to follow up with them, what they're interested in, so that I can make sure I'm adding as much value as possible.
I'm not sure if my face is going to be showing at this point in the show, but I just got a big smile when you started talking about that. That's great. I also see Beth Martin there. It looks like she's throwing the stats off quite a bit.
Yeah, 105 views. That's great to see because they're engaging. But it's one of those things that when we talk about our click-through rates, it's different than how you think about your typical social ad banners because we are tracking those views. So again, it's a different way of thinking about those click-through rates.
I guess people have to understand when they see those kind of anomalies statistically, you have to throw them out. It's probably something where her email client is loading that image every time that she opens her inbox or something like that, and so it's getting seen as a view every single time when it's just a new image load every time.
Yeah, could also be that Beth here forwarded the email to her colleagues, and her colleagues are also.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
So again, 105 views, that is added brand awareness that you would not be getting without email signature marketing.
Yep. Okay. Excellent. Let's move along here. With the product, what's next? What else do you have to show us?
Yeah, I think then it might be thinking about how easy is it, to create a campaign, and walking through that process. Thinking about here, you're going to create a campaign. All right, what do I want to name that campaign? Right now, we're focused on highlighting a webinar, and this is where again we highlight what are the 3 different campaign types. Do we want it to be a default sender-based campaign where we're tying it to a specific group, whether it's sales or marketing or customer success? Is it an internal banner or is it a targeted banner, right? An account-based banner that we're tying to a specific list of recipients. For the matters of this, we want to make it an account-based banner so that we can really highlight, how you can leverage those integrations with Salesforce, Marketo, and HubSpot.
All right, we're getting close to being out of time here. Can we hammer down on a couple additional things you might want people to know about it and zip through?
Yeah, for sure. Highlighting again those integrations. If you're leveraging HubSpot landing pages or Marketo landing pages, you can connect them right here through the app. But you'd simply just copy and paste whatever you want your URL to be. Otherwise, with the recipient lists, here's where you'd add or remove those lists. So if it's already in Sigstr, you'd simply search for it. If you want to import it, again, like I highlighted, we've got those great integrations where you can simply pull up exactly what platform you're using and then search for that static or smart list right here in the app and tie it to the campaign that you want to highlight.
That signature list, I see new ABM campaign. That's specifically for account-based marketing. You don't need it for every campaign, just when you want the message to vary depending on the specific recipient, right?
Exactly. If it were a sender-based campaign, there'd be a list of all of your groups here at the bottom, sales, marketing, customer success, leadership, and you'd simply box for which group you want to tie it to. Or
so you might want the salespeople to group their by industry, who they're targeting, in different people or geography or something like that, so that you'd have different messages going to different ones.
Exactly. Territories, geography being a great example for the ability to highlight events in specific territories that really aren't pertinent, East Coast versus West Coast kind of thing.
So you call it account-based marketing, but it seems like this strange hybrid of it's account-based marketing for sales.
Yeah, definitely. The best thing is you're operating as a whole team. So it's account-based marketing for everyone, for all teams, depending on which team members are emailing recipients on a particular target list. So we call it targeting and account-based marketing functionality.
Excellent. Anything else we need to jump to here before we wrap up? Anything else you want to cover?
Yeah, I would just say definitely learn more at Sigstr.com. We have a great new resource hub that offers a lot of different customer examples, design, and inspiration. Just to show you just how easy it is to get started. If anything, we just, challenge you to think about employee email differently as a channel that could promote your most important marketing initiatives. And once you see the impact of this channel, Sigstr and email signature marketing can certainly help with that.
Excellent. And then one other question I wanted to ask, who would you say it's not designed for? What segment out there is this not right for? Maybe volume of email, there's something that would make it not effective for them.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we definitely acknowledge that there are other solutions out there that solve the pain point of branded email signatures. We like to think of ourselves and our platform as more than email signature marketing, really as an opportunity and marketing goldmine for sales and marketing teams with that campaign banner. So if you're looking for just a simple solution to solve that pain point of branded email signatures, Sigstr might not be the right solution. But if you're really looking to get serious about employee emails and marketing channel, boy, we're more than happy to help.
Excellent. Thanks, Brad. So thank you, everybody, for listening. This is the MarTech Spotlight edition of the If You Market podcast. Check out Sigstr. It's sigstr.com. You can also see the show notes on the podcast itself at ifyoumarket.com. And please share us on social media. Tell your friends. Give us a good review on iTunes. I want to thank the If You Market team. Thanks, Sigstr, for coming on here. And remember, if you build it, you'll go out of business. But if you market the shit out of it, they will come.